Let's take a quick look now at how we can use existing layouts that have already been added to your LP platform to create new front-end pages and even courses very quickly. So what I'm going to do is create a new page. We're going to start a new page from nothing at this point. And this page, I'm going to say, is going to be rather complex. So it's going to have a lot of different media types, potentially some animated elements, a lot of text, a lot of images. So there's a lot to it, maybe some call to actions too. So I'm going to call this new sample page. Now the first thing I want to do is get rid of a sidebar. I don't want anything there. And then I want to switch to the Divi builder. So I've turned that on. Now at this point it's a blank page, but I'm going to take a look at the library. So this is loading existing layouts. So here we've got a bunch of pre-built pages that could be used as a basis. So for this one, I'm going to make it, let's say I'm going to make it a sales page. And note too that there are some additional options down here that are also flexible. So let me go ahead. I'm still going to go back to the sales page here. I'm going to load that up and I'm going to take a look at what's there. A good starting point anytime you're using one of the predefined layouts is to publish first and then see what you've actually got, see what that created for you. So I'm going to publish that and I'm just going to open it in a new tab to take a look at what's there now. So you can see there's placeholder image here, there's a background here. Down here we've got the 3 columns with icons and text. Got a pricing table here. And here we've got some testimonials. This is a row with just a background color, FAQs. And further down here, there's a call to action with a button. So there's a lot going on the page. So first at the top, we've got that slider. So this is where we've got up here this background, and then we've got this image and the text and the Buy Now button. So to edit any of that, of course, we'd click on the three lines icon, and we can click into that for a brand new product, and let's see what's actually on this. So we've got the heading of a brand new product. So let's say I want is a new site, and I'm going to change the button to create an account. And I'm going to change this to register. So I'm going to go back down here. There's a slide image that I can set here. Instead of that, let's use something that's already on the site. Again, you could drag images in and it would insert them. Let's use that one. That's a little interesting. So I'm going to use that instead here. And the rest, I just want to change text down here. So here's some text about the new site. And then I'll go ahead and save that. And we just have the one slide, so keeping it a little simple up top. Then we've got the blurbs down here. I'm not going to edit those. This is where we've got the 3 columns with the icons. So if I go in here, you can see there is an option to choose the icon. We can use the icon here. Then we've got it at maybe I want it at the top instead, just for some variety. We can see what that looks like. Control the animation, no animation instead. And here's the text. This is new text for the blurb. So again, you can see this is just pretty much the regular WordPress editor. I'll go ahead and save that. So I've made that change there. I don't even want a pricing table, so I just deleted that entirely. I'll leave the testimonials in there. I could edit those later. The 4 images, that was this part here. So with the background color, I don't like that either. So I'm going to delete that section just by clicking the X again. And then this is the FAQ section, which I don't want either. So I'll just click X. And then we're left with the call to action, which I can edit here. I'm going to say sign up now, and I'm going to change that again to register. And button text, I'm going to say just register. And what else do we want? I'll add some text there just to round out the call to action piece. So at that point, I'm just going to update it and see what it looks like after the changes. So at the top, if I scroll to the top again, once it's done loading, then we can see, okay, it's got the new image that I added, it's got my new text, it's got the button. I didn't change the background. This is kind of boring. I probably would want something a little more interesting. So let's just do that really, really quickly. So I'll click on this because what I'm doing is changing the section itself. So right now, sorry, I just want to check that. It might actually be set in the slide for the background color right now. Let me just check. Okay, so instead of that, I'm going to make it, let's do that. It's probably going to look terrible, but let's see what that is like anyway. So we'll update that really quickly and refresh the page. There we go. Now we've got that blue, which does look a little odd, but anyway, and then scrolling further down, you can see when I switched it so that it's at the top now, this is what it looks like instead, which of course throws off the consistency completely, but that's easy enough to change to make them consistent. Here are the testimonials down here, and here is my revised section here for the call to action. So it's got my text and my button with my button link. So creating this was a lot easier than starting from scratch and creating a new page. You can use the Divi Builder throughout the site, and you can use those library elements, the layouts and the pre-existing ones, anywhere you want. So at this point, I could load from the library or a predefined layout, and it would replace what's currently there. It does make it easier if you're struggling with design and want something that's already built that you can kind of work with. Add one, see what it looks like. Delete the sections you don't need, move things around. Like, maybe I don't like this order, so I'm just going to move this whole section so that it's there instead. So now I've got the testimonials up top above the blurb, which is completely fine. So there's a lot of flexibility, and it will increase your speed to create pages quickly. Now, if this were an actual page, I would spend some additional time on it. I'd make sure that the SEO settings were correct, so I could change the title, and then add a description here. So I would add those as well, and then I would publish. Anyway, hopefully that is straightforward and kind of introduces the idea of how you can use layouts, predefined layouts, to quickly build out your site with a lot of pages if you need them.